so that I can potentially take out Mienshao. I'm gonna do it. Yup, he switches right back out, and he's gonna get hit with all of that. Yup, go ahead and die. Um, as he does for. Oh, it was King Yu. Hey, buddy. Oh, I didn't say hi to him. He's my friend. We're back, and this time we're gonna be building yet another team, more or less from scratch, in the UU tier, just like we did in the OU tier a couple of videos back. And of course, the first Pokemon we gotta include for UU is that big dick Conkeldurr with the guts with the Flame Orb. I didn't realize just how much better this set got, just because of the nerf to burn damage, especially. And we'll just go with a standard spread like this. I know there's probably some better spreads out there, but to be honest, this is going to be fine for now. These knockoff, Drain Punch, Mach Punch, and you could use Poison Jab. And just enough speed to outspeed. 4 speed Clefable. Let's see how much speed that is. 157. So we need to be a little bit faster than this. Because I definitely don't want to be outsped by no Clefable, so we use nice and clean Poison Jab. Alternatively, we could also use like the punches, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, but that's not really too necessary in UU. Just because we're not using Sheer Force, so this should be okay. Now, good partners for Conkeldurr include Pokemon that can really switch into Mega Aerodactyl. What other flying types are there in the tier? Flying and Psychic types. Since this is not AV Conkeldurr, so it's not going to be taking like super effective Psychic moves very well. Latias counter would be nice. Defensive Scizor sounds pretty decent because it can switch into both Mega Aerodactyl and Latias, with which would be this Conkeldurr's most prominent checks, as well as stuff like Primarina could also be an issue, because that just gets, I wouldn't say it gets a free switch in necessarily, but then again, like, depending on how offensive I make the team, we may or may not have like a decent switch into Primarina. So let's see what Pokemon on this list can viably fit that role. Right now it's looking like Scizor is the most splashable, but we could also use something like Klefki, because that can switch into, it's got maybe like something like a Fizdef Klefki for spikes. But I feel like I've used Klefki on a lot of teams already to set up spikes and other things like that. So let's go further down the list and see what else we could find. Ooh, Slowbro does not sound bad. I have used Slowbro to pretty decent effect in this tier. The only thing is that Latias kind of, yeah, it doesn't take on Latias too well at all. But we can easily remedy that with another Fairy type in the tier. In the end though, I went with Empoleon because it can sort of check Mega Aerodactyl, checks Latios, most variants of Latios, checks. It's a really solid Primarina switch in, can get up my Stealth Rocks, and because Conkeldurr is one of our Pokemon and resists Stealth Rock, we have chosen to forgo Defog with Toxic instead to cripple Pokemon, just bulky Pokemon in general that would cause Conkeldurr some issues. Although I guess one of Conkeldurr's jobs is to bust through bulky Pokemon with its massive attack stat. So who knows how necessary that'll be. Maybe I'll pair this up with another kind of setup sweeper or something like that that needs Pokemon, certain Pokemon toxic, as well as using Roar to pseudo haze targets that want to set up. Like for example, Clefable. This is a pretty decent Calm Mind Clefable check, so to speak. Though I was almost tempted to just like put a little bit of speed and use like Flash Cannon over Toxic to just check that better and do better damage to Primarina, but that usually is not necessary. So now that we have that out of the way, we still have a weakness to like Earthquake Mega Aerodactyl, which is not uncommon, and strong electric types like Raikou. So maybe a decent ground type as well will do us some good. I was thinking about actually Gliscor could maybe help, or something with Levitate like Hydreigon. Like Hydreigon and Conkeldurr can make a pretty effective wall-breaking core. Or even something like Scarf Hydreigon to take advantage of electric types that want to take advantage of Empoleon. As well as like using that as a scouting tool for Earthquake, Mega Aerodactyl. That actually sounds pretty nice, on top of the fact that Hydreigon is very bulky as well. Although Latias is extremely good in this tier so far, and Latias resists fighting, which does harass Empoleon, like maybe opposing Conkeldurr. So you know what, we'll just throw a Latias on there, because it's too good to pass up in this tier. As for the set, one of the more effective sets I've found is Calm Mind Psychium Z. We could also use Defog on this Pokemon, but I've never been much of a fan of defogging my own hazards, especially on a Pokemon like Latias, which has so many other options. You can do Roost, or you could also use like Hidden Power Fire for Scizor. Though Empoleon is another decent Scizor check, because Scizor, unless he uses Superpower, can't really touch Empoleon, so the bulky variants that would usually be switching in on this Latias won't threaten Empoleon. So we can do Roost, Calm Mind, Draco Meteor, and then the Psychic. And this works especially well because Conkeldurr can harass a lot of the other Steel types that this Latias won't be able to break through. So for example, oh, not this spread, hell no. So for example, like other Empoleon will be tempted to come in on this set, and Conkeldurr can just come in and collect its kill. And I also like the set because of the recovery as well, so we can, and this can also take advantage of course, the electric types in the tier. So looking at this team, and Conkeldurr also covers the dark weakness, so it's perfect. Well, more or less. The Flame Orb does compromise some longevity, so maybe an additional offensive check, which of course we'll have, will do us a lot of good. So, I'm trying to see what else could synergize with Conkeldurr. Let's go ahead and go back to the viability rankings and examine what exactly Conkeldurr can get rid of that would be really good for other Pokemon, especially if it's priority. You can get rid of Bisharp, Cobalion's not really too keen on taking this thing on, Crocodile. Yeah, Conk Latias is a really good combo in this tier. I'm honestly expecting Latias at some point to get suspected, because like the coverage and the variety of sets it can run, the splash ability is just it's a little bit borderline, I would say, for this tier. I wouldn't say it's way too powerful, but it's kind of on edge whether it really belongs in this tier. And for a while it was like that in last generation too. So we've got some good breakers going on here with Latias, the Psychium Z, and Conkeldurr. So let's see what kind of offensive threats we can bring to sort of round out our team so far. Now that we have a nice little core going here. Does anything in particular wall us out? I could see bulky Psychic types being an issue, so a good offensive Dark type could be very useful. In fact, I'm actually kind of liking the idea of using Bisharp. Like just a clean, jolly SD Bisharp to harass things such as Celebi, Mew. Although Bisharp is liable to get burned. Ooh, you know what I could really see working out for us? Like a Lumberry SD Bisharp. And that can also punish opposing defog users. Sucker Punch, Iron Head, Knockoff. Though we do have to have maybe another check to opposing fighting types would be good, because I'm not too keen about just relying on Latias to take care of like Cobalion for Bisharp. Because Bisharp's not going to get anywhere if like Keldeo or Cobalion or Conkeldurr's on the other side. So we use, we'll just use Jolly for now. That is a-okay. So, and we do have a solid two solid water checks. So Mega Aerodactyl could work on this team. The lack of hazard removal could hurt it significantly, but at the same time, ooh, you know, I could even have like Mega Absol. That would be kind of, Mega Absol is actually kind of clean. I think it's pretty underrated because it can actually go mixed and just go ham on the opponent's team with that super powerful Sucker Punch. Coming off of what, like base 155 attack or something like that? Let me check exactly how much it is. Oh, yeah, 150 with 115 special attack and a whopping 115 speed. And the Magic Bounce, which is nice for like bouncing back Will-O-Wisp and stuff like that, which that could actually completely shut down a lot of the checks to this kind of Latias. Like, it can run, the more I think about it, the more I am on board with this idea of just like a simple 4 attacks kind of Absol with like Ice Beam and Flamethrower. Naive. Because it'll still be fairly powerful with its dark moves. And Empoleon and Latias kind of, well, Empoleon takes care of fairy types, while Latias can draw them in and take them out with Psychium Z. That being said, I definitely do need another steel type on the team, for sure. Now that we have Absol, or a poison type like Gengar could also work, but I'm trying to see what Absol, because like Absol could also draw in stuff like Hippo and hit it with that Ice Beam, Knockoff plus Ice Beam to open up for Conkeldurr, and we have that nice double priority synergy going on, which is really going to help against offensive threats in general. What other steel types? Klefki is still an option, but Metagross? I mean, Empoleon is nice, but I can't help but I think I named it before. What is the other thing that we're still a little bit too weak to? Maybe Empoleon by itself can handle it, but we probably need another fighting check. And we can't use Mega Aerodactyl anymore, so maybe something like, we could even use like Talonflame. That actually sounds kind of clean because we still have the last slot reserved for a potential Spinner or a Defogger. Although the only thing is that we don't have our Z move, so we would have to use something like Acrobatics or something like that. Because that synergizes with the Magic Bounce Absol, and then from there, the last Pokemon can be sort of a... Or we could just put Defog on Empoleon. That works too. Yeah, that kind of works fine, because we can just roar out Clef. And we have Poison Jab on Conkeldurr, so that's actually kind of nice. But first, let's see what other flying types we can have. We can use Crobat. That is another option, like I've seen people use Choice Banded Crobat, which is kind of funny. I kind of like that idea. And I don't even think I necessarily need like how do you say, that could be another Clef check, so we're not as pressured to run something on Empoleon to stop that. We can use Choice Band, Infiltrator. That helps for Pokemon that like to run Sub and all of that. Last Pokemon could even be an Electric type for a nice Volturn Core. Brave Bird, U-Turn, Cross Poison for the Clefs and stuff like that. And what else could we run? Leech Life is a pretty funny idea, but nah. Tailwind sounds kind of fun as just like a last resort, like a ditch effort thing. But I think I'll go with Sleep Talk. because this thing is also a bit of an Amoonguss switch-in. So yeah, I think we'll go with that. So this is a clean secondary fairy and fighting switch-in. And we have Absol to lure in the physical walls, the Scizors, the fortresses, the hippos, and hit him up with that Ice Beam. Latias can also bust through those with the Psychium Z. I could even also use Dragonium Z at this point, so that I can use like Nah, I don't need Psyshock on this team because I have Absol, Crobat, and Conkeldurr. So for the last slot, what could I use? Fortress looks... I mean, not Fortress. Raikou looks nice, just to have a semi-secondary check to Scizor, like a Specs Raikou, to just give us more firepower in general. Because I'm trying to evaluate more or less my stall matchup here. What walls can Keldurr on stall? I guess it's like... what really does? I mean, Unaware Clef gets knocked out by Poison Jab. I really doubt Alomomola beats Conkeldurr 1v1 if it gets its helmet knocked off. So, you know what? What I can do instead here is I can use Dragonium Z and use Psyshock on this, so that this is another like secondary sort of check to stall. And then I'll have Choice Specs Raikou to round things off. Because we already have a load of priority and speed on our team, so I don't really feel the need for like a Choice Scarfer. Especially to check stuff like... And I have a Pseudo Hazer to Pseudo Haze out things that want to set up in our face, so to speak. I could even use Shuka Berry on this. Yeah, I think Shuka is fine. And I think the necessary EVs is like 44 to avoid the 2-hit KO from Mega Aerodactyl. Because I'm noticing this is really our only check to that. And that is cause for concern. Because Crobat also gets beat by that. And Raikou does too. You know what? Choice Scarf Raikou doesn't sound too bad actually. That can act as like a revenge killer of sorts for the team. And we use Hidden Power Ice, of course, just for general coverage against like Zydog and stuff like that. Although, running Hidden Power Grass for Swampert doesn't sound too bad, even though that just kind of gives Latias a free switch in. Kind of thinking. Alright, so in the end, I've decided to go with a little bit more of a defensive approach by having a nice U-turn core of Toxic Gliscor, which can, you know, help us out in walling Mega Aerodactyl, and then having Specs Raikou to make a clean Volturn core to get Absol and Conkeldurr in as many times as possible. So we're going to just try out the team as it is like this. Went with Hidden Power Grass on Raikou, because that can deal with like Swampert's turn 1, and Absol can, I believe, let me see if it 2-hit KOs or if I need investment. I might even add investment if it means 2-hit KOing Hippowdon. Like just standard defensive Hippowdon. Against... Let's just go with OU Physical Wall. Wow, that does nothing. Oh, it's because this is Jolly. Let's just go Hasty. As that actually does a decent chunk. Okay, that's a decent chunk. That's like more than enough to scare it into just going like straight for Earthquake or something, and then I just put in the work with Latias, and then Flamethrower of course will always OHKO Scizor. And both Raikou and Gliscor are sort of secondary checks to Scizor. More so Raikou because it got that Specs T-Bolt, of course, and Conkeldurr can also just Drain Punch it into Oblivion. SD can be a little bit scary, especially if it's like the offensive SD set, but as always, Empoleon can roar that out. So this is looking like a pretty clean team. Let's go ahead and try it out on the ladder. Because of course, a lot of the team's weaknesses will be exposed in actual practice. So let's go ahead and hop into a battle. So we've got probably a Scarfed Darmanitan, which, ooh, just realized, fire resist is Latias. That's not a good thing. So rocks, I guess, could be. Oh man, Hidden Power Ice on Raikou would have been nice here for the Gliscor. But here, I guess I could scare it out with the thought of a. This could also be Stealth Rocks. If he's fearing Hidden Power Ice, what would he switch into? Empoleon, perhaps? I think I'll just go into my own Gliscor, just to see what this guy wants to do. And I'll just see how his reaction is by going for the U-turn. Okay, clean. Is going into Absol too obvious? Kind of feel like it is, but nevertheless, we go for that. Alright, wait, I'll make him feel safe. I'll go for the knockoff. Yeah, I'll make him feel safe. And then hit him up with a Rop. Yeah, go ahead, go for it. I'm really hoping I catch him, because now that opens up the path for Conkeldurr. Like, literally, look at his team, look at Conkeldurr. After I get rid of Latias, of course. I'm even really tempted to just Sucker Punch this, but nah, I'm not going to. Can Gliscor take this on? Let me see. Darmanitan versus, I am defensive. Oh, wait, no, this is not the set. It's like 184 Impish. Ugh, that doesn't look good. That does not look good. I don't have Stealth Rocks on my field, though. I'll just go into Gliscor, see how well I take this. Not well at all. Wait, what? Oh, fuck. I'm Hyper Cutter. Wait. It was a mistake. I didn't have Poison Heal. Okay, let me see what other abilities I could miss. I should have Justified on this. Torrent. Yeah, I do have Guts though, so that's fine. Hold on. Oh my god. And here I'm just gonna go into Conk because yup, I know. Yeah, I forgot Poison Heal. LOL. Just gonna go for Drain Punch because even if he goes to Latias, I do not care. Damage is damage. Damage is all I need. And I am faster than this because I'm the Speed Nature. He could go for Dragon Move here, but that's fine. I'll just go into Empoleon. I was considering just going straight hard into oh, as he predicts that and goes into his Raikou. That's fine though, because I want to limit his if he starts doing that, I'll just go for the Roar. No problem there. Absolutely no problem, because we are Spadef. I'll just go for the Scald here, because this is useless anyway, in case he wants to, I don't know, try and, yeah, okay. That is clean, though. I will just go into Conkeldurr and go for Mach Punch, actually. A -1 defense, and I'm a +1. Yup. He may have expected me to just over-predict there. So that's A-okay. What you gonna go to? Darmanitan, that thing dies. So I'm gonna go to Absol. If he KOs me, that's fine. That just gives me a free switch-in to my Raikou. And I'll just go for the Shadow Ball. As he sacks Darmanitan. Very weird move on his part. I'll just go hard. I'm happy to just go hard Conkeldurr here. And just go for Drain Punch, because Latias is not taking that. I'll tell you that right now. Conkeldurr's putting in the work right now. Straight up work. And all I have to do really against Raikou is go into my Latias and click Psyshock a bunch of times. This is another reason why I actually have this on the team. Or have a Psyshock as a move in general. So we go ahead and catch the W in that game. So I'm kind of liking how this team works. Haven't run into Mega Aerodactyl, which I am kind of worried about, because Toxic Gliscor, I don't know. I don't know about that as a check. It does also work as a semi, I want to say like Stall Breaker, because you can't status it and it can just Toxic all over your team. Unfortunately, it doesn't carry Taunt, but I feel like I'm okay for Stall, just with the U-turn Volt Switch, the Mega Absol, and the Psyshock Latias. I would like to think I'm pretty decent off against Stall. Especially because Conkeldurr can outspeed, and just, I might even go a little bit faster just to outspeed other Conkeldurr, because I know this set is gaining traction in the UU tier. Okay, so we got an interesting one here. And I think I'll just lead with my Raikou, expecting like his Swampert to want to come in or lead. And if he goes into Cobalion, if Cobalion's the lead, then I can still just hit Power Grass. If Clefable's the lead, I'm just tempted to Thunderbolt. Specs Thunderbolt will do a decent chunk, and then he'll be scared out into a ground type that I can, switch right into that clean Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr once again putting in the work, because you can bet Primarina's not taking those Drain Punches well. Infernape after some damage will die to Mach Punch. This dies to Mach Punch. You already know. Cobalion dies to Mach Punch as well, so that's going to be kind of clean. I'll just put the timer on him until he better make a move. Oh, and he has. And yup, goes into Primarina. As I can just Hidden Power Grass the Swampert. Nice! No rocks for you, my friend. And Cobalion, unless it's on a balloon, my Gliscor can deal with it fairly decently. As well as Conkeldurr with the Mach Punch. I might even just run like knockoff on this. That seems like a decent option as well. As yeah, he does go into Cobalion. Doesn't seem to be okay, he is that set. As I will just go for Earthquake. As Z move. Oh, it's the Steel one. Okay. I mean, I guess I'm not gonna have a counter to Zygarde, but you do what you gotta do sometimes. What is he gonna go for? Just another... not gonna risk Raikou. Don't feel like doing that exactly. Yo, what is your switch into this? Is it Primarina? I'm almost... Oh god, you don't know how much I want to just go into Conk and then Poison Jab. Oh, I want to do it so bad. Am I a man? Am I a man? Am I about to do it? Let's fucking... No! 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 Wait! I am an idiot. I really thought he was gonna do that too. Oh well, we did what we have to there. As the burn gets... I could even just save this, honestly. I want to save it. Okay, he goes to this. As I can just go into the Latias, which he doesn't really have a switch into. Like, his switch in is what? Clefable? Is it Unaware Clefable? I want to say. Could also go Primarina. Yeah, Psyshock is the play. The more damage I get on Clefable, the better. Nope, just goes to Primarina, takes a bunch of damage, and Empoleon is the switch in here. I can set up the rocks, all of that. Goes into Zygarde though. That is fine because I do have my, I'm Shook Berry, right? Yeah, I am. Because what I can do here is just go for the rocks. Even with the Shook Berry, that did a load of damage. And then just, I hate to say it, but I think I do need to sack the Conk. The Conk needs to go. And then even then, I'm not really confident I can win the speed side with Latias. Bandit doesn't kill me, right? Zygarde is weak. Alright, it's Magic Guard. Which is nice. Because then I can just roar this on out. Clean. He does crit me, unfortunately. Don't... Oh, he really... He brought him out into this? Come on, dude. Now I have to sack this. I'm not even sure Latias' Psyshock can kill this. I don't have Iron Tail on this either. So I gotta make a play here, more or less. I think he's gonna stay in this time. Actually, wait, hold on. This, I need to evaluate if Psyshock kills after this Rocks damage. Zygarde, 10%, Choice Band. So, nope, definitely not. Even with Soul Do, it doesn't, so... But he chooses to sack the Infernape, which is fine. And that's A-okay, as long as I can take out the, Goes to Primarina. How much did Psyshock even do to me last time? Do to him. It did 42%. Which is, you know, good amount. I would say so myself. Let me see exactly how much it does. Primarina. Without Soul Do. It's like Skyplate or something. That means this thing runs some bulk. Like 252. 40 to 48. Okay, we're going for the roll. Nope. It didn't get it. Yep, that might be the whole game. And I can just go for the knockoff here. And I don't think I lived. Let me see, if I had Calm Minded Up, would that have made me... I could have lived, actually. Well, no. It would have to have been Timid, if that were the case. So now it's just a matter of critting him. Oh my god, then he dropped my special attack. Come on, dude. That's so whack. Now I actually can't win now. Unless I get some masterclass crits. Which could still happen. I actually dropped its special attack. That's kind of clean. If I can get like a mega crit on the Zygarde, then I could still take this. No, he has extreme speed. Never mind. Yeah. GG. That's... I'm pretty sure there was somewhere there that I could have played better, definitely. Just maybe predicted more aggressively, taking note of the Clef a little bit more. Yeah, this team in general doesn't deal with Clef too well. Knockoff is fine. Ugh, Porygon Z, dude. I'll just lead with Conk though, because that beats a lot of his team, honestly. Definitely beats Clef. Because I can just, because I have more speed than him. Goes in the Bronzong though. Pretty clean, because I can just go for the knockoff there. So what's getting the item knocked off? Go ahead. Colberberry, what is this? Oh, you want to play those Trick Room games, huh? Okay. What you gonna go to? You could just explode. I'm kind of predicting that as well. I feel like he's gonna boom. Yup. There it is. How would I know it? How would I know it? I was gonna go into Conk, and oh, that's kind of nasty. Trick Room nasty. And he really doesn't have much reason to predict because he's at the Trick Room up. Gonna scout a little bit. Gonna scout for the Ice Punch. Good. So I'm just wasting his Trick Room turn, so that's fine. That's a-okay with me. Goes for okay, like sure. I'll just go for U-turn though. Like I have no problem doing that. I'll just go right into the Latias. Psyshark hits his entire team, so I'm okay with just going for that here. If he wants to Spore me, like, okay, dude, just... You gonna Trick Room yourself here? Fuck it, I'm just going for Calm Mind. Clef might get... Does it get Trick Room? Not too sure. What are you even passing to, my friend? Oh, it's unaware. Of course it would be. Of course. It would be that set. I'll just go for the Stealth Rocks. Because Water in his team is... What would he even wish to, really? I can just get my rocks up here. Goes to Amoonguss, that's fine. I'll just go right into Gliscor as he tries to go for Spore. I can knock this right off. Goes for Giga Drain, doesn't really matter. And I can just go for U-turn. Right into what exactly? Okay, I might just switch this back to Psychium Z because this does not do enough damage to Clef. They're gonna Spore now. Alright, now I'm doubling to Conkeldurr. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this, my dude. Really? You tried to go for it on that. Okay. It's fine, I guess. It's fine. You can take this Poison Jab with you to the dome. That did a decent chunk, actually. Not gonna lie there. Okay. I don't want him recovering HP, though. That's the thing. Now I'm doubling to my Conkeldurr. But the bad thing is that I've revealed the Poison Jab. As that does a clean amount. Yeah, you can take that with you. And you were Trick Room, right? So that Primarina is probably min speed. he goes into his own Conkeldurr, I think I'm just gonna Drain Punch from him and see how much I can take. Even though that's probably a really bad move, because that's my only way of beating Porygon. Oh, you're gonna try and bluff that set? You're gonna try and bluff that that you're running speed, when you're pretty sure you're actually not? Fuck it, I'm just going to Empoleon. Just for Scald. Doesn't get the burn, alright. Because I can just go for Roar. Actually, I don't know what to do here. We'll just go for Roar. Start racking up that Rocks damage. If it's slower than me, then that confirms that this is a Trick Room Primarina. Yup, okay. So I am faster with my Conkeldurr. So that is clean. I am good with that. I will just T-Bolt here. It's probably AV Conk. Oh, that Clefable's not taking this. Yeah, that's what I thought. What you going to? You going to your Porygon now? Is that what's gonna happen? What's up? What is up, my friend? Man, I'll just T-Bolt this too. Oh no, the Trick Room is here. Then again, if he just wastes time recovering up on me, or trying to, then... Really now? Oh, I was about to say... You motherfucker. The Gliscor is here, the Gliscor is now if he goes into Conkeldurr, and if he like doubles or some shit like that, then that's fine, because I'm just wasting his Trick Room turns anyway. That doesn't even matter. And, I'll just go to Gliscor. Another play I could make here is just sacking the... I'll just sack my Absol. No point in keeping it. It doesn't beat anything on his team. Not really. Absol just seems really meh. I guess that's one flaw I have with the team. Is that Absol just doesn't do much. Especially because it's not the SD set. Alright, and would this thing be Mach Punch? Oh, guess it is. I'll just go for Earthquake, and from there, Raikou, I believe, just takes it. Yeah, it definitely does. So that's a GG. I don't know what to think about that kind of Trick Room team, because like I don't feel like his breakers accomplish too much, because like he has a Bronzong and a Mungus on a Trick Room team. You should be running offensive stuff that is like slow and just powerful. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna go ahead and maybe we can just modify the team a little bit. Now I don't know. I'm not really digging the Absol. I just don't think it's that good of a Pokemon. I feel like Crocodile compresses those two roles together, and I can have Gliscor be something else. Yeah, this dies too. Go ahead, Bop. Yeah, time to do some roll compression here. I'll be right back as soon as I have the revised team. Alright, so this is a revised version of the team we're going to use here. And it's pretty interesting because we're using Normalium Z, Calm Mind Raikou, Scarf Crook with Aqua Tail to catch stuff like Gliscor and Hippos and stuff like that. I don't know, I just didn't have much else to put on it. And it can catch like especially weakened Hippos and pressure them. And we also have that Aqua Tail on Aerodactyl. The main reason is also because like stuff like Gliscor and Hippo are the only things stopping this Conkeldurr from just running Train. And we already have decent checks to Empoleon, which walls this Aerodactyl in the form of Raikou and Conkeldurr respectively. So we're going to try this set out for a little bit. We also switched to... we went ahead and switched to Life Orb 3 attack Latias to catch like Scizors with Hidden Power Fire. So we'll just save this and then we'll just get a battle. So we got one right away against a pretty decent looking team. Although I guess it's Rock's Arrow? I want to say. I'll just lead with my own arrow in that case, because that looks kind of strange, to be honest. And unfortunately, leads off of Tentacruel, which does unfortunately I wouldn't say walls, but is a bit of an issue against our Aerodactyl set, at least. If I go to Latias, I'll just go straight to Latias. Ain't nobody scared around here. Don't burn me. And ain't nobody scared. We go straight for HP Fire. Yup, there's the Scizor. Go ahead and die, my boy. That's what I like to see. As he goes into Aerodactyl, man, we ain't scared of no Aerodactyl. We don't die to Stone Edge, do we? Latias is fairly bulky. Wait, ain't nobody scared. He probably has Pursuit anyway if he went into it right away. Yeah, ain't nobody. Oh, actually, we're Life Orb, but let me see. It could kill, but more than likely it doesn't. So I'm just going to go into Empoleon, and as he goes for Stealth Rock, which is, you know, that's clean, I'll just go for Scald on the probable Earthquake, because I do have the Shuka Berry. Do we get a burn? No burn, unfortunately. And, is there any reason not to just go for Scald again? Oh, really? It KOs after that? How much? Oh, I think it's like 80 defense I have to be running to take that. Yeah, I forgot the exact spread. That was the issue. Man, god damn it. But at the very least I can go into Croak and oh my goodness, what is my counter to Mienshao? Absolutely nothing. I'll go into my Scarf Crook and I'll just go for Knockoff, honestly. I feel like he'll just stay in anyway. Yep, there it is. The only thing is that Mienshao. Yeah, Mienshao, hello buddy, friend. What is my switch into that? I just realized, Tentacruel kind of walls out Conkeldurr as well. Aerodactyl seems the least useful in this situation, especially because I have the Aqua Tail instead of Earthquake, so I can't really hit Raikou or Tentacruel too effectively. Now I'll go to Latias, and I feel Draco in theory should get a kill here. But the question is, do I Roost or do I Psyshock? I think I Psyshock here. As it goes to Raikou, yup. Takes all of that damage, and unfortunately... Okay, clean. I can just Roost on him. That is A-okay. He seems to be some kind of, I'm gonna Roost one more time, just to get myself back up to full. And then I'm gonna go right into my Conkeldurr and just go for the Drain Punch. Yeah, Drain Punch is the best play regardless because... wait, what? He had T-Bolt that entire time? What are you doing, my friend? It is worth saving, though, this thing, because of the Mienshao. No, I have Latias, so it doesn't matter. Once I take out this thing, like, it's seriously just... I'm gonna go for a knockoff, like... Alright, clean. Now I can go into Crocodile, he's gonna... I can just go for Pursuit here. Ooh, interesting. He chooses not to switch out. But that's fine by me, honestly. Fine by me, because Latias KOs both Tentacruel and Mienshao, so that's fine. As he even just elects to stay in. Fine by me. Fine by me. I'll just go for the... Mienshao should drop T-Bolt in theory. I kind of want to just go for Breakneck Blitz. So that I can potentially take out Mienshao. I'm gonna do it. Yup, he switches right back out. And he's gonna get hit with all of that. Yup, go ahead and die. As he does for... Oh, it was King Yu! Hey, buddy! Oh, I didn't say hi to him. He's my friend. I didn't notice it was him. What's up, buddy? Sorry for doing you like that with the Breakneck Blitz at the last second. So that's a good game. I think I like this version of the team better. It plays more to its offensive strengths. And although maybe I'll just put Earthquake back on Aerodactyl. I feel like I don't hit what I should with it. Like, I don't feel like Crocodile is enough for like electric types. And I already have Raikou. Like, the whole point of this Raikou pretty much is to like lure in ground types and just hit him with that Hyper Beam or things that usually counter regular Raikou, like a Moongus, Swampert, all of that. And I have Shuka and Polion to get a clean Scald off on stuff like Hippo anyway, if I happen to double lead. So, yeah, that's I think that's a decent session. We'll end it off there.